Sorry I came late. So YouTube, I'm so sorry. I just got engrossed. So YouTubers, you're very welcome. As you come in, sit down, grab a cup of hot coffee or tea or green tea, and let me just allow you listen to this guy and his retraction. If you all remember this guy that impersonated the Saleko people and was saying, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń pè mí MC Gaji, gbogbo, you know, some people just form business and form everybody ló ń pè mí wọ́n ní MC Gaji ọ̀rọ̀ yìí o mo ní even the Mustapha man, that man that brought Baba Asake online, it was his father. Baba Mustapha yẹn, bàbá tó bí Mustapha yẹn, òun ló pe Mama Asake. Do you people know that it's not Asake that Asake didn't really talk to the father gan. It's the mother that is still Ganusi. There's still Mama in between. Here they're calling bone of contention. Even when we know what is happening, we are not talking. You now said we should not talk. Oh, all of us, that lady should stop going to people. Oh. She should stop talking. You now turned the whole story. You now lied, heaped lies on that girl. They now arrested him. They arrested him. They took the matter as criminal. They saw civil. Anything only. Watch it. Oh, ẹ jẹ́ a máa gbọ́ o. Ó dẹ̀ parọ́ kàbìtì bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. I feel.
Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi MC Gaji Starboy.
Ta làwọn olólùfẹ́.
Ṣé dáadáa mo bá yín. Lágbára.
If not for this matter, mi ò mọ̀ rí o. Gbórúkọ ẹ̀rí láyé mi.
Àní ṣoore ṣe o.
Okay, ta ni boy yìí ṣoore fún? Ta ló ṣoore fún? Ó bàyàn jẹ́, ó ní ó ṣoore ṣe. Ó bàjẹ́, ó ń bọmọ lọ́mọ jẹ́ nìna.
Ìṣọ̀rọ̀ sọ o.
Bẹ́tà.
Ọlọ́run oore kò ní dìbì mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ láṣẹ Olódùmarè. Mo ṣe fídíò kan ní kópẹ́kópẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ bébí Mama Asake tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Èyí tí mo tún wá ń ṣe yìí ó kọ̀ jẹ́ bí correction. Ìròyìn òkèèrè tí ó bá lékọ̀ọ́ á dínkàn.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ìròyìn òkèèrè tí ò bá lékàn kọ́ lélẹ̀. You intentionally, because whilst you were talking about that girl, you said you tried to reach her, she refused to give you audience. That was why you mounted your alefa and chose to defame her character. Aside that, you lied. That is being vindictive. You lied. Ẹni tí wọ́n fún ní 2 million monthly adé yìí máa gan boss kiri. What was your motive? That's what I am trying to like pin down. What was your motive? Your motive is simply that you didn't want people to help that girl if they choose to. More so, you sounded as if you spoke to Asake or Iya Asake. Meanwhile, nobody knows you in their family. Not a single. Even Mr. Mustafa doesn't know you. And you came on as if the whole of Isaleko people, their king there, Ọba wọn níbẹ̀ pé ẹ bá wa lọ pé MC Gaji wá o, ọ̀rọ̀ ti dàrú o, kó wá bá wa dá sí o. Nobody knows you. If not, you won't stay days be remanded in custody. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé o parọ́ mọ́yàn.
Mo kàn fẹ́ fi lè sọ fún gbogbo wa pé mo sọ wípé ó gba 5 million rí. Ní wọ́n fún ní 2 million per time. Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé ìgbà kan ó gba $1,000 tó ń dẹ̀ fún ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ní $2,000. Mo kó jẹ mo tún fẹ́ ra ọ̀tá gan.
Ó kó jẹ àbò parọ́. Ó kó jẹ báwo? That's not retraction. Ó pa irọ́. Ó pa irọ́. You lied. That's wickedness. Ó pa irọ́. Mọ́mọ́ yẹn, if you know that girl níwọ̀n bá tí mo tí ẹni tó mọ̀ tó jẹ́ kí n mọ̀, you will know that if tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ti gbóòórùn àwọn owó yẹn rí. The girl said it to the interviewer pé ó fóun ní 1 million last year pé bọ̀ owó yẹn ò dé anywhere because this is it school fees or the upkeep or the life itself as it unfolds. When we on that girl's birthday last year, he gave her 1 million. That was what she said. Ìwọ dẹ̀ jáde pé irọ́ ni ó ń fún ní 2 million per term. Ìwọ náà gbọ́ ara ẹyẹ. Listen to sometimes when you talk, when people believed what this boy was saying, I thought to myself that many Nigerians, their medulla oblongata ought to twist. Because how can somebody you people cannot see, ṣá máa gba 2 million per term, kókò tí ẹ máa gbà, á dẹ̀ yìí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fún ọmọ yẹn. Á dẹ̀ yìí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fún ọmọ yẹn. Abu. If you see he mentioned 5,000 gone in that talk. Ó dùn mí pé mi ò record the rubbish tó sọ yẹn. He mentioned, people were carrying it now. Well, if you go and look for it, probably you will see it. He had how many thousands from that video he did. People now came on my page they were abusing the girl. They were abusing. How can you? Eh? How can you? No, it's bad. Àṣewò tí ẹ mọ̀ ẹ́ lábúlé. Ha.
Mo kò jẹ́ èmi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, MC Gaji mi wá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ báyìí. Mo sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Tòmádé fẹ́ fi eléyìí sọ fún bíbí màmá Àṣàkẹ́ náà pé kó má bínú. Kó má bínú. Mo fi lè send apology àti disclaimer pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. So bẹ́ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ mi ṣe o. Ṣàlàfẹ́ mo báyìí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí láti ilé gbogbo pátápátá ni mo kí. So lórí gbogbo nǹkan tí mo sọ.
Ìwọ kọ́ ló máa kí wa, àwọn tó máa kí wa ti kí wa. Ta làwọn tó máa kí wa? Bàbá Àṣàkẹ́, Mr. Mustapha tó gbé bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ wá, wó ti kí wa. Baby mama Àṣàkẹ́ ó lè má sọ̀rọ̀ because kò ń ṣe ọmọ tó lákìtìyàn, but àwọn tó woman tó mọ̀ yẹn ó ti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ everybody. So ìwọ kọ́ ló máa kí wa Koko Raison. You are not part of the game. You are not part of the kí ara ẹ. Kò kí ara ẹ, kẹ́ má máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Stop doing that. Because you see a young girl. Kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ tán, ṣé ó sọ fún yín, wàá tún máa parọ́, wàá ní nǹkan tó ní lọ́wọ́ ò fẹ́ dá síta tán ni o, ìwọ̀nba ló kọ sọ yìí o, because you were too wicked over that girl. That's why I support that they took you and remanded you in custody. I support it. You deserve it. You were too mean on that girl. Ẹni tó bímọ, kí ni tiẹ̀? Ṣé wọ́n la Àṣàkẹ́ ni? Ṣé wọ́n ni bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ ni? Wíwíbo ni wọ́n ti mú ẹ́.
Ìpè 5 million tí mo lọ ló kó gbà rí, 2 million tí mo lọ ń gbà pàtàm àti $2,000 tí mo lọ mọ ẹgbẹ́ àti $1,000. Mo kò jẹ́ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ṣé gbọ́ owó tó pọ̀ tó pè? Ṣé gbọ́ ó ní kó lọ retract ẹ̀ ni o, tó ó kàn powó yẹn jáde ni mo wá wò pa. Because as he was talking, I knew this girl that they said she's entering bus, and from the story from ẹni tó mọ̀ tó dẹ̀ ẹni yẹn omi inú kan ń sọ fún mo ní Àṣàkẹ́ ò tọ́jú ọmọ Yeye Kudi. Àṣàkẹ́ is not taking care of his child. Okay, let's say the father is not. What about the child? You now came out. You wanted to make Ashake's baby mama look bad. What is our business if she has gone to be with somebody else and had a child? What's our business about? Our business is Ashake kó tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀. End of. Kó tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀. aṣáárí àwọn baby mama gbogbo yìí náà ni ẹ̀yin olójú wọ̀nkọ̀ ẹ̀yin lé you people are the ones. If Asake is your family, you likes of you people are the ones that won't allow your brother to take care of their child that they have. It is only mandatory. It is only mandatory. Go and learn from good people. Go and learn. Oh, shush your mouth. Shush your mouth. Only mu gogoro bí bàtà ṣáwó.
Mi ṣáàsọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Mi ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ ṣé.
Èwo ni pé ò ṣàsọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́? Àbò ó sorry. Ó sorry ni. Èwo ló ṣàsọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́? Ó sorry. Ó hùwà pálapàla. An attitude, they should not even find a man. Ibi tó ti ń ráwọn obìnrin nìyẹn. Tó bá pé obìnrin ló sọ ilé àmà ní ìjà lára ni. But ọkùnrin bíi ti tiẹ̀. Abeg, get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. So that is it. All the story you heard from this guy about Asake's baby mama is all lies. Me if he not to side that girl, wallahi, it's lies. And he said it with his full chest because they remanded him because he was arrested and put inside Tubu. That's what made him. They told him to go and retract it. Wallahi. They told him to go and retract it. Wallahi. Baby mama Asake báyìí ló ọmọ yẹn ló send ẹ̀ sí mi ní parọ́ fún yín. Mo kọ́kọ́ rẹ́rìn ná. Mo wá ní ẹlẹ́nu wú gate. Kó dáríjì àbí kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí. Ọmọ yẹn ó dùn gan pé why òun rọra lọ only one person nígẹ̀ yẹn bá sọ̀rọ̀. I saw women, people tell ru ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lè jẹ́ àbúrò yín. They were updating for that girl. Kò sí èbúté ẹ̀bọ ọmọ yẹn tí yín wà lára yín. Many of you tẹ́ ń bọ́ ọmọ yẹn àti rí story tìyẹn ó wà lára yín náà. Àti dàyókù sí ọ̀ lára àgbọ̀ máa bì wọ́n. Tí yín wà lára yín náà. Yín wà lára yín tó bá yá sí you be so wicked towards fathers that come out. Meanwhile, you won't say that you are siding somebody against her baby father. And against in support of the baby father. Torí pé Asake is a celebrity. It's not about being a celebrity. A gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe. Tá a bá ṣe dáadáa, mo jẹ́ celebrity o, mo ń ṣe celebrity o. Ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́sọ́ tòótọ́ wa. Any year, do it or no, doesn't do it. At least you have said your truth. You move. That's the problem about we Nigerians. That is the problem. And that's why we have the law. The law helps to rectify. That's why they have child care. They have child care. So that if you are not doing it right, they will tell you to go and court will fine you. Because gbogbo sentiments yìí kò hold water. It holds no water in the law. It's all sentiments from you people. If Asake American ló bímọ fún, ṣé kò ní máa sanwó ọmọ? Ṣé kò ní máa sanwó ọmọ pẹ̀lú owó tó ní yẹn? Wọ́n máa grade ẹ̀ mọ́ owó tó ní ni. She doesn't need to work again in her life. Ayé ẹ̀ ti got ti butter bread ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń pín. Ọmọ tó lọ bí ń ta gan á tún fi inú owó yẹn á fi tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn náà. Wàláì. Ṣé bí torí ọmọ yẹn kò ṣọmọ tó ní agbájá ni? Ó yìí wà kò ṣe pé love but ó sì ń pity pé bàbá ọlọ́mọ mi. Then African mentality tá a bá ti gbẹ́jọ́ lọ sí when we take a case to the court or we take a case to the police àtúndírẹ́ mọ́. For her to still go and be greeting Baba Asake and helping Baba Asake, it may not be that she's thinking that they will come back, but at least go tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn. And Mama Asake, I won't say much. I won't say much to you people. It's still not everything okay, but Ọlọ́run á kọ́ Asake mọ̀ ṣe. Ọlọ́run á kọ́ mọ̀ ṣe. Because it's not all mothers that are okay. I'm telling you, it's not all mothers. Ló dá o. Mi ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ. It's not all mothers ló dá. If I don't even like a baby mama, and my son impregnate somebody. Ẹ má bínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí n fẹ́ sọ yìí o. Maybe because mi ò ọmọ náà like ọmọdé. Èmi á gbà o. Mi fẹ́ mi tọrọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé káwọn ọmọ mi bímọ kó tó máa marry o. Mi gbàdúrà ẹ̀rú ẹ o, because it's not a good way of life o. Ẹ má get me wrong o. I'm not a supporter of us having kids outside wedlock. No, it's not. But the fact that ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. It has happened. It has happened. Worst case scenario, if you doubt paternity, do DNA. Abi? Do DNA, but you as a mother, now that the child ó ti ṣoríire, nísìnyí ẹ wá ń sọ pé kẹ́ gba ọmọ, kẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́mọ lọ. Ẹ ṣáàjẹ́ ń dákẹ́ kí n mind business mi, ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ti máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ ṣáàjẹ́ ká jẹ́ àfẹ́sì títí wá ń bíbà ìtókàn wá ní ká sọ. Alright, so the silly boy that lied, he has retracted it so that some of you tẹ́tí gbé yẹn lọ kẹ́ lè lọ drop ẹ̀ padà sí inú orí page ẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ òótọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn tó ń sọ òótọ́. Are you getting me? Don't believe them. Don't believe this boy and his Ghanaian nation people. So that is that. Before we talk before we talk on Funke Akindele's movie, which is we just could critique the movie, we are going to simply talk on the veteran Dupe Jaiyesimi. Please, I'm sorry to say, for me, I think I heard at one point, which should not be something we should mean it on, because Olukaluku abiti Lara. I used to have an auntie. Will I call her auntie? A grand auntie, because she's old. She's late now. She's related to my mom. She's from the maternal side of my life, as in my heritage. So we call her Alaja. In fact, to make it, to thin it down, she's called Alaja Ogiri. She's the one that named my child Beminui. The day she came, after I birthed my child, she now carried coin. You know, like I said, I had a child. I got pregnant and had a child when I was about to write my final year exam. Just 2 weeks to my final year exam. That was when I birthed my child. For those of you that do not know, update yourself. Update. So, Alaja, my maternal grand auntie, I don't know what we can call it, related to my mom, came to the house, and she's that kind of person. Anytime she comes to our house, then she will say, Kudi, sorry, those of you that don't understand Ijebu. I'm not good too in speaking it, but I love to speak it. You understand? I'm not good in speaking it, but at least when I'm speaking it, you know that that's what I'm saying. You know. Kó know you. She could be Kim Matojure. That is, if I get pregnant, she will tell anybody, all of us, because she just see us. Hey, Kudi, if you wear, I don't know what they call it now, jump or all those mini gowns. We gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣara rẹ̀. She can't speak English. She can't speak English at all. If she calls English name here now, if Google mentioned that thing, if you say somebody's name is Catherine, if she mentions it, you will laugh. You'll be rolling on the floor. Anyway, back to my story. This my auntie, my grand auntie, because she's too old for me to say auntie. She's grandma, you know. So when she comes to the house, she will always tell all of us, if we get pregnant, we should not remove the pregnancy. We should give the baby to her. My mother will tell her, Shiwa, ṣé o máa lọ school, ṣé o máa yànyànjú, a ní àmì, she will say àmì, but if fẹ̀sọ̀ fọ̀kẹ́ máa yọyún o. So when I got pregnant and before ìwé lání kò mọ̀ ó ka oyún lọ́mọ lọ gbé wálé ha. My auntie, my grand kini came, and when she came, she had cough that period. So she carried the baby. I was, but in her lifetime, she had no child. That's where I'm going to. And God bless her so well. She had money, but no child. When we were growing up, before I'll come back to where I stopped about her coughing and. When we were growing up, she would come with, if she's coming to Lagos, because she used to go to all those Eko Idumota, all those things. She had a shop in Yeye, I miss your quirky charm. You are a refined version, reminiscent of American celebrations. Oh, Fafa, no, I'm going to bring my teeth back. You're trying to, no, you're making me very conscious. You're making me so conscious now. Thank you, but no thanks. I'm going to put my teeth back. Now, when that auntie, grand auntie, right, yeah, when we were growing, when she comes to our house, she will come with 2 or 3 people. I didn't know she didn't have a child, because I was young. And all those people, she was training family, relative. This one maybe her older sister's child, her younger sister's child. When we go to our hometown, like we go to the village, that's the hometown, Iremo. My dad is from Ilishon. Mom is from Ishara. Sometimes they will take us to Ogere, to this particular auntie of ours. Or sometimes you will just see her, she will put her this thing on her head, she will come from Ogere to our Ilishon, but not on Ileya Day, because she too kills her own cow. She has money, but she was using it to train people, children. I didn't know, but of course my parents knew that she had no child. And my daddy especially liked her. There's this, this passion, love for people that are looking unto the Lord for the fruit of the womb. You understand? People are very careful because they believe that they are sensitive to many things. Do you get it? So I think all her siblings are her siblings. Then they would give their kids to her. She would train. She was training people's children. It was later on I then realized that she had no child. In the beginning I didn't know, but later on, I don't know, for some reason, information, as I was aging, my mother was able to share that understanding with me. So when she comes, the way she relates, I really feel so much like, oh, because she doesn't have a child, that's why she tells us, don't go and do abortion, oh, don't go, and you understand, when she sees us, she will say, of course, obviously this one have started knacking, don't go and do anything like that. Oh, anyway, so fast forward now to when I gave birth. So she carried the baby, that's my daughter now, and she would sing Gbemoniyi Bankom. She was coughing into Consola's nose and mouth. Gbemoniyi Bankom. Omo, she was genuinely coughing. She had bad cough. It's abroad here that, when you are coughing, you do like this. When you are coughing, you do like this. When you are coughing, you walk out. You understand? They teach us hygiene. In Nigeria then, I don't think we really understood hygiene in that area of, and then because of the fact that she personally, she had no child, And she, at that time, she was already in her 60s or maybe your 70. At that time, this period I'm talking about. So you can imagine that an old woman doing that and doing coughing into Koinsola's, and Koinsola will do that, with her as a baby, just 2 weeks, not up to 2 weeks. Which 2 weeks? No, not up to 2 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 days. By the time it was after her naming that we named her Coin, the next day we were in the hospital. This girl was infected with bad chest infection. And the first thing the doctor asked me, there must have been somebody in the house that I remembered immediately that it was Alaja. You understand? I remembered immediately that it was our darling Alaja, because she was the one that was coughing profusely, and she coughed that cough and she would take what do they call this thing? Bitter, there's that thing too, bitter cola. She would take it and put tom and chew it, and she would say gbẹmúniyì bá ń pọ́n mí, she will stand up, ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kò ṣe é pè ránṣẹ́, gbẹmúniyì bá ń kọrin. The meaning of that song is gbẹmíníyì, which is the name she named that child, my child. Help me fetch water, because other people's kids can't be sent on an errand. Go help me fetch water. So that song was the song she customized for Koinsola. So we sang that song for a long time, but when we are singing it, my friend, people around, they will be laughing at me. Do you know why? Because that song reminds me of the terrible cough that my darling great auntie infected Coin with, that landed that child in the hospital. But because she's not had a child, she didn't know that you have to be very careful around newborn baby. She may know, but she didn't take note or something. It's not that she meanly did it, but it just happened that way. But me, I was not crying. And my mother was not saying, "Hush, no." I was like, when we now came back home, I didn't want her to carry Coin, because I was scared, her cough and Coin and everything. My mother would say, no. And when we got back home again, she didn't even think that the cough, she's the one that gave Coin that cough. She was still trying that, oh yeah, ẹ lá mú aṣọ òkè wá fún mi kí n pọmọ, yé gbẹmú ni ìbá ń pọ gbẹmú ni. She was still coughing. That is the joy and the sweetness of some people that haven't conceived a child. They have the love is there. It's just not their fault. If God have not said you will have one, God is my witness, you won't have it. That's why they say Ọba Àjọkẹ́, Ọba Àṣàkẹ́, bó ti ṣe wù ló ṣe ń ṣọlá ẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá wá wù mí. Can I tell you something? Kábíyèsí to see. He will choose to give whom he chooses to bless. And he will choose not to bless whom he chooses not to bless. And we can still question it. Until that my great auntie died, or granny died, she was childless. She was childless. Can I also shock you? She died after my father. That is the shocker of life. She's older than my father, but she died after my father. They said when my father died, my dad is an in-law to her, Anoni, but Ano get class. You understand? There are some of you Ano that you'll be saying, at least you are sure. Omo, that's Omo real, knowing fully well that if she pies, now my papa at least where my mama go bury her. But to her greatest shock, my father died before her. Who happens to be her in-law. It was really sad. Her children, all the people that she trained, before me, I even relocated abroad. Many of them have started doing well. They have started going to meet their parents. Am I making sense to you people? The people that she trained, that are her nieces, her nephews, her cousins, you understand? They all have said the fruits, they've said taking care of their own parents. Many people didn't really pay her back. And my mother will always say one thing. Do you know that ẹni tó bá kú, if you bear kids, ọmọ ló máa sìn yàn. If you don't bear kids, ọmọ náà ló ṣì máa sìn yàn. Now, it is the same thing like when you have kids, you bear kids. Do you know that some people, they bore kids, but God forbid it will not be any of you, our portion that is watching me and me too. They bore kids, but not a single child will bury them. Meanwhile, some people will bear kids, all their kids will bury them. Do you understand? So it's all in God's hand. I don't know if I made sense from that. If you have met one redeemed woman before that said she had an accident with her husband and her 3 children. One of the kids, they are twins, and the other child is a boy. The twins and the boy and the husband, they all died in America. If you people know the story, just that. She has no intention to ever marry again. And of course, at that time that she gave that testimony, she has reached menopause. I'm not sure, but I guess. And she had no intention. Meanwhile, she has 3 kids, but all died, and her husband right in front of her. It was a miracle. Even the accident, the way she came from the dish, how she cried, how she got up and they got her in America, to her is still a miracle. Where am I going to? All those things happen. But we have to always take into consideration in all of it, what are you sowing? In all of it, what are you sowing? Do you know that some adopted children, they will take care of you more than your biological children? It's all about what you are sowing. That's my auntie. One great auntie, when she died, go and ask the people of Ogere. My mother and other people that, that she has impacted in different ways, they did the burial. You won't even know she didn't have a child. You won't know she didn't have a child. People said they were wondering, ẹni rè rọmọgan, ẹ má rè yan sòun báwọn ọmọ wè. Àwọn òwe wọ́n má jọmọ ẹni rè rọmọ lọ, àbí ṣé mo sọ dáadáa? Meaning, these ones that buried Alaja is more like, as in, even people that have kids didn't see people to bury them. Tó dẹ̀ dùn báyìí, and she died old. Ó dẹ̀ rí àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ sí òun. Nítorí òun gangan wùwà tó dáa. Am I making sense? Because she sowed good seed. In fact, I was based abroad then, yeah, and I sent my own little token then to support the burial. Because you can imagine if me too, I was there. I was more or less like a grandchild. Consola is a 4th generation. She would have been a great grandchild. Everybody turned up for her because she impacted life. She was a philanthropist. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, she took care of them. Now back to Dupe Jaiyesimi. Sorry, it's now getting cold now. So let me lock the window. And I said that thing to my mom when they were giving feedback on how people turned up and everything from neighboring towns, villages, and everything. I said to my mom, I said, "Ah, did people tell me, say, oh yeah, Alaja, oh, you that I won't even, people had their own canopy. Everybody have their own kwekwe musician. Everybody for Alaja. It wasn't as if she didn't give birth. And my mother said one thing, that Alaja, she's a real gem. What you sow, you will reap. It's not about only not giving birth. Mind you, if you don't give birth, it's even good. If you are a terrible person, you've done bad things, so that God will allow you stay on earth, you will suffer very well. It's not by suffering. There's some way God deals with people. Because the second generation, third generation that are meant to suffer what you have done, and they are not here, who will suffer it? Who is going to suffer it? If you don't believe in law of karma and the law of what you sow you reap, I do, because it's in the Bible. That á bí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ìyá, á bí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bàbá wò lórí ìran kìíní títí dé ìran kẹrin, fourth generation. Now, in everything everyone had to say about Madam Dupe Jaiyesimi, I'm sure you people will say, only she will always stand different. I am very sensitive. I am what? Very sensitive. But we can't continue with sensitive and not tell ourselves the truth. And in areas of many of us in the world, especially Africa, in Nigeria, let's thin it down, we are quick to always take side with rich people. We don't tell each other the truth. When Madam Dupe granted that interview, in fact, I won't lie, the part that I just heard was about not having child, and that all the children she helped, they did not pay, as in they don't care, they were not, as in, more or less like Afibi Sholore, nobody looked back on her, and at the age of 60, nobody to care for her, blah blah, that was the part I held on to, and I felt, but to me in my head, when I hear such things about anybody, or you tell me about something, it takes me, because of experience of my great auntie, you understand, it just takes me back that well, as long as you have sown good, you will reap good. It's painful, but you will reap good. Wallahi, you will reap good. Even people that have children, you sown good, you will reap good. That's the way I took it. When I heard that, my mind was, but I know if she has sown good, she will reap good. To an extent that she wanted a child desperately. She did what maybe very much, maybe unlike her, she wouldn't have gone to be with a married man. She wanted a child. So she married a married man, or went to, try to get pregnant for him. What? She tried, scissors in her okay. What is slack? But try it though. She tried to conceive and did what maybe she wouldn't, not her, she probably wouldn't love to be with a married man, but she went ahead just to have a child. I heard all that part, and I think after then I switched off. Like, that's what I heard with my ears. Others, I didn't go to YouTube to watch the full video and everything. So surprisingly, when that lady came out, the Tope, let me tell you people something. Look, growing up, I will still say all those things. I don't know if you people didn't learn anything growing up, but me, I learned a lot growing up. So I always refer to my growing up a lot. I think the kind of understanding I have about life is related to my upbringing. And the kind of reasoning that I have is also related to my upbringing. That's why you always hear me say growing up, because, I refer home often. You understand? I remember that my grandma, my grandma, my mom's mom, when she comes to our house, she used to live in Ojodo. We call her Mamaiko. When she comes to us and she's spending the weekend with us, that's grandma. Sometimes she will say something and she will always say something about, do you know that the people that if you hurt everybody, don't hurt small children. If you hurt people, don't hurt small children. Let me give you an example. Like you now, you are rich in your house. Your your sister's kids or your relative or your husband's family that are kids, when I say kids, I mean 10 years old, 12 years old, 8 years old, 14 years old, kids underage. When they come stay with you, you maltreat them, or even your stepchild. Just, as long as it's not your child. Do you get what I mean? And even if it's your child, it could be your child too. Yeah. The same way some kids will say their daddy, when they were with their dad and their daddy had married somebody else and they were in their dad's house and the stepmother was maltreated and the daddy didn't care for them and things go good for those kids, they will say lie, they are not going to be kind to their dad or their stepmother. Are you getting me? Because they were well maltreated as kids. When you maltreat an adult will most likely find an excuse for you to be able to forgive you. Or if religion is in play with that person, like Christianity, the person will just, as time goes on, it will heal. But do not offend young people. Do not offend young people. I mean it. Don't offend them. I'm not talking about offense on you do it right. Maybe the person is in your house and he went out or is messing around and you beat her I mean maltreating people to the detriment of their future. They don't forget. They don't. This thing I've told you, go and take note. Network, network. This network is acting up. This thing I'm telling you people, go and take it. It's my grandma that said that thing. I don't know what they saw, what it really meant, but it helped me along my life, growing up. That as I said to grow, I became careful about hurting young people, be it from my husband's side, be it from my own side as my own family now. Maybe if we go home and my husband's nieces or nephews that are young, they come around, I'm very careful. Or my own family, young people, or even people that are outsiders, like a friend's child or something, young people, they don't forget. Do you understand? They don't forget, and they won't know, but it will act out in due course. Go and ask many situations about hello. Go and ask many situations about your fathers, your mothers. They will tell you that they have offended young people, that in the end it came out for them. It turned out negatively towards them in the end. Like, many people have gone through that situation and are still going through that situation. When those people came out, many people, they are not ready to listen to that Tope, Duro, Jaye. Ask me why. Because African culture, you don't talk back when an elder talks. Even if an elder is lying, you have to agree to it. It has traumatized a lot of Africans. It has affected our self-esteem, because you don't ask questions, you have no right. People hurt you. It's as long as it's an elderly person, you have to you are number one. Number two, the person is a celebrity or is rich. If you are poor, your voice won't be heard. In fact, if you are not careful, a celebrity, na him offend you, but you will go to jail for it. Number five, kids should be allowed to voice their hearts, voice their mind, so that you will know where you missed it. You will know where you missed it. It doesn't have anything to do with not conceiving. Because many of us, we are clouded by the fact that, that woman is down. She's not conceived. So therefore, somebody that claimed that they hurt them as kids, they were treated badly, shouldn't talk. No. It's two different things. The woman didn't conceive. Now, how she spoke, how she came to the public to say it, some of you will say, she shouldn't have spoken. But that woman spoke in public, even though, to be sincere, the woman wasn't referring, I'm not sure, let me not say that, but I don't think she was referring to them, Idigiwon. I don't think she was referring to that Tope, Duro, Jaiyesimi, and her siblings, the four of them. I think that Tope made us to understand that she was referring to the first wife, their children, whom she took care of with their father's money. But they, being the second wife's children, they only said it was 5,000 naira that they got, that their school fees at Ajayi Kada, everything. Meanwhile, she was the one fronting as the child, because she was, I think, old enough, of their father, but she was actually the niece of their father. I don't know why people shut down those people. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Because, see, sometimes, if you notice, sometimes people that do not conceive, yeah, it's a different thing. You didn't conceive. That is a different thing. Something we should pray about, something we should talk to God about, something we should feel empathy about. But it has nothing to do with not being kind or good towards the children of the deceased. The man that actually owned the money that was so sad that was not spent on those kids. It's unfair. So those kids came out because they had the opportunity. They came out because they had the opportunity. That Tope came out. I know that 70 or 80% were abusing her because they had the opportunity to come to air their mind to the world. And if those things were true, it's good for that woman, Madam Dupe, to make amends. If it is true, she treated those kids like that, the kids of her uncle, Jaiyesimi. If it is true, she treated them like that. And those, like that girl said, she was hoping, she wanted to share Rudas, be close to her so that they can at least take care of her, send her to school and all those things. But ó tà wọ́n dànù. That's not fair. Ẹ jẹ́ a sọ òótọ́ síbi tó òótọ́ wà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ òótọ́ síbi tó òótọ́ wà. A lot of you were abusing that lady. You have forgotten that she did all those things to them when they were young. Ọmọdé ò kì í gbàgbé. Do you know that there are some of you that are here, something that your aunties and or your uncles did to you? You will see them dying like this, and you have that money to tell them, but you won't, because you remember that when you people were nobody, and your father or your mother went to them, or they saw you people, they didn't help you people. Now, if they are dying, it's only few that you will hear some mothers who say, "Ma, I feel chiffon." But it's not everybody. I was amazed. It's two different things. She didn't have a child. It's a different thing. We are sensitive about that. It's a different thing from she did not treat those kids right. Because 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them cannot be saying the same thing. You understand? She won't be calling them and they will all be saying the same thing. Even to an extent, the older sister, war woman yẹn gan. It goes to show how have you, me, laid our bed. These are not distant relatives. Because really and truly, that girl only used the opportunity to come out to tell the world who she was. And it took me to my grandma that said, ọmọ kékeré ló ṣòro ṣe. When Ayuba said, ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà tó ń bọ̀ lókè, ẹ tókè ṣe o, ọmọdé ń bọ̀ wá, ẹ̀yin ló mi dá àkùkọ, yes, àwa ti mọ̀, àtọmọdé àdàgbàlagbà, àgbàlagbà àdárúgbó, ilé ayé yí kò dúró dẹni kọ́kọ́. Gbogbo ohun tá a bá ṣe lénìí, ọ̀rọ̀ ìtàn ni ó dà lọ́la. Ẹ dákun ẹ má fi ibi sọ oró, èrè ń bọ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà tó ń bọ̀ lékè, àwa ti mọ bí ẹ dé. Àwa èwe tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn lẹ ò lè sọ. Àsìkò new breed la wà yìí o. Only Mr. Johnson. Adéwálé Ayuba, another Mr. Johnson. It's a counterfeit. Where am I going to? All these children, all these people that you are seeing, whatever you are doing to them, you will be surprised when you come out in the old day that come and do that. Help me. When you were agile and they were worshiping you, what did you do to, even if, there are some people, it's not only money, there's a way you will treat people. If they come out to talk, others won't join them. They will tell you, Benu song. The others won't join them. The 4 of them, they won't say the same thing. Even the older sister to Tope. But because she's a celebrity, then we are always very sentimental. We are putting it all together. Some of you say, this is what she was saying, they all later. She didn't mention these people in her talk. Wallahi, those people, Tope only used that opportunity to come out to say, Auntie Dupe, what you did to us, tell the world. because they are the ones, assuming she, even if not everything, ìwọ̀nba, with their father's money, they are the ones that will go and be helping her now. Go and wash plates, go and take care of her, even if they do not have as much, but at least they will be there for her. But the girl was talking fata, fata, fata. Maybe her choices of word, was overly rude, but ẹ ti mọ̀ pé ìbínú ọmọdé ni. Ìbínú ọmọdé. And many of us that are here, so many of us have uncles, aunties like that have treated your father, your mother, yourself in this manner. And you grew up, and maybe you have seen that auntie or you have seen that uncle, and things are not as good as it were for them when you people were young and you were probably needing their help. Now they will need you no matter what. We have to be learning from all these things. Some of us, is our parents that treated their family bad like that. Some of us, is our parents. Assuming that Auntie Dupe has a child, mind you, she will be somebody's parent. You understand? So it's like that. Meanwhile, some people, you will see them, they will come out and say, I will give you an example. There is somebody in our relative, one of our relatives. This life, nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody, nobody. Hey, alone, nobody. I'm telling you. When we were growing up, God was so good to my father. Ọlọ́run bò máa yẹn láṣìírí. Ó fi àmì kún fàyà kún fún everything tó ń ṣe. So it was, there is this relative of ours that needed help to send his children to school. He didn't have money. Listen, my dear ones, he didn't have money. Kò ní. He will come to my mom. God was good then. God was good then. You understand? My mommy will support. My mommy will support. One was in the doctor or surgeon gidi ńlá nísìnyí o. One is with oil kìíní kan, engineer oil kìíní kan, àwọn Chevron yẹn ni o. Bàbá yẹn ń rán àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ sí school. But kò ní gbà yẹn, kò ní. Nǹkan tight. But my dear ones, God is good. That time, that man used to ride Volkswagen. Out of all of them there, his car was Volkswagen. The Volkswagen gone is better that he doesn't even have it, because today mechanic, yesterday mechanic, next tomorrow. You understand? In fact, but he made sure pé education yẹn Ọlọ́run ṣáà bá wọn ẹni tere èjì tere. And every time it comes to my mom, I don't know, my mom was always there. She didn't tell us. So when God then shine the light on this, my mommy's relative family, mama mi ni. God shine light on him like this. From when he became 65, that's when the children, they built house for him. They bought him Mercedes. They said, whoa, today, this place with the mother, they were now, my mother, they will go and call to my mother, oh yeah, we want to check your nose water. Guess the reason. When the father was, sometimes we loan money, sometimes we dash money, sometimes we collect for money, he was telling those children. after their parents, my mother is their heart too. If they are offended about anything like this, I mean the mother, the father is offended small like this, he will call my mommy. They listen to my mom as if my mommy is not anything no more than what she and that her family they shared when they were going to school. If they say they want to Christmas Day, a birthday is coming like this, simple birthday that my mommy will say, I'm not doing anything. Oh, before she open her eyes, like what ti gbé cake dé, what ti wire owó sí mọ́ mommy àtó pè mí àwọn ọmọ yìí, as if na she born there. What am I saying? That time, she can as well use that money. She had her own siblings. She can as well say, it's only my siblings I will help. Oh. I won't help somebody. I won't. What she's enjoying today from those kids. And even the love, she won't get it all. And imagine if my mom didn't do it then. And they will still get to where they will get to. Allah, if you decide not to serve God, God will raise stones. Allah. It's when God wants to bless you, He will allow you to bless other people. Allah. When God wants to bless you or bless your children, He will allow you. It will open your heart to bless people. Because He wants to bless you. Because even if you don't do it, those kids, they will still become doctor, they will become Chevron engineer. Wallahi. Only that it will not be you in it. You will not be looking at them. You will not be Ganusi. That is God. Imagine if my mom didn't make herself available to do all those things. Hey, àwọn ọmọ mi, wọ́n mà ní owó school fees kẹ. Kí mọ́mì mi ní, èmi náà ní ẹ̀. Mi dẹ̀ tiẹ̀ rẹ̀ jẹun. Mi jẹun látijọ́ mẹ́ta. You know, some people can say, Yeye, karma is real. Oh, yes, waka about. Is it me you're telling that one? It's if you don't know about karma, if you don't know about life, you won't understand. This thing I'm telling you people, if you sit down, check your family, check your life, check people close to you, you will understand what happened in that Dupe, Jaiyesimi and the family. But we Nigerians, we love don't talk. This person is a celebrity, or because you are a fan, the person can never do wrong, or we don't want to hear. The person is an adult. Young people can say, it can't work like that. It's not everybody that will be quiet. And you might even be doing it now. Be careful. Be careful. You don't know the luck coming for you. It may be just helping somebody. It's not that you will go out of your way, and I'm saying the little you would have done will go a long way. That later on, the person will just say, do you know that it was that 10,000 naira that you sent to me? I was about to buy myself like this. Just that 10,000 naira that made me to know that if they can give me 10,000 naira, that means there's life. If I'm alive, that means there's hope. And that person will never forget you. That's what I mean. So, I do not buy into how you people have been castigating and abusing and talking down on that Tope. It's better you learn from what she said. Because if she's the only one talking, I would have said, what about the others? But if all of them, she called them and they are saying the same thing, then it is that woman, the woman that should check herself. Not about conceiving now. Put that one aside. Ẹni tó bí ọmọ ni ó sìn. ẹni tí ò bí ọmọ náà ni ó ṣe. That's why I foremost started with my great auntie. Na pikin bury and she not born one. Children na dem bury am. Thank God. So forget that side. We shouldn't be sensitive, too sentimental in that area. Ọlọ́run á ṣe ìyẹn ibẹ̀ yẹn dáadáa. We should face the side of sowing and reaping. There's time to sow, there's time to reap. Some people are looking at you, up to you, and you are disappointing them, passe. And for that reason, God can choose to bless those children in the future, and you will be down. Because no condition is permanent. The only joy you will have is that I'm a party to it. Let them know now, payback. Mind you, she was talking to the people she sponsored. But if it is true that the money is for their own parents, their father, and they were not taken care of with that money, then one has to go and ask her that even she should try and reconcile with those children and ask them also to forgive her, if it is true. However, I'm not going to go on the side of she had not bearing kids. No, that one, I'm not going to go on that side. Àmúwá Ọlọ́run ni. It's God that will sort that situation in at his own time, in his own way. But that side of those kids, I do not personally think we all cannot relate. Many of us can relate. Even as we speak, many of us that those of you that lost your father at a tender age, and your uncles will come and say, Baba Ku, Baba Ku. Did they stand for you people and with you people? It's things like that. Then you can imagine how your mother would have suffered to bring you up. Then later you now see that your auntie or uncle, that all the people that shop your papa money or chased your mother out and everything, now coming to on air to beg for money. You know, not all kids are bold. Tope is just one of those bold ones. She came out, she wasn't referring to Tope. Go and listen to her. But Tope chose to come out so that people can hear her own side of the story, what that woman did to them at tender age. That's very true. If you refuse to help, God will still provide for them through another person. Most times we don't understand that it's more of a blessing to us if we are able to help others. Thank you, Excel. It's just something that I do not know if people are not saying it, or because veteran Dupe is a celebrity, people just want to fixate themselves on that aspect. She's a celebrity, she's an old woman, she's she's 60, and therefore a young girl shouldn't come out. And no, the story is what happened. If the story is true, then we cannot be saying kids shouldn't talk. People die in silence, and they die with so much hatred, bitterness, and unforgiveness. In fact, it has affected a lot of Africans. Don't talk. She's an adult. But if an adult didn't do it right, it's good you talk. And people should learn. Some of our parents too have done the same. Some things happen to people, they don't know it's some people, they don't know it's because of what their parents did. I'm telling you, because karma is real. So that is what I saw in that aspect. The only part I can just say is, hopefully they can take the matter within and resolve it. Do you understand? And resolve it. But it will be good if they can reconcile. But that I am against that girl for speaking out, and no, I'm not against her. I'm not. It's good, because they would have You can imagine what, because even she came out to speak. She spoke. She should have limited it and not talk to that extent. Hopefully, if she didn't talk to that extent, it won't trigger the child anger that Tope has. Pé auntie tó hùwà burúkú sí wa. So ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wá gbégbá lórí social media. When we àríyàn rán wa lọ sí school, bàbá opportunity rẹ̀, she came out with so much anger. Even if you notice the brother Abiodun, when she called that one didn't want her to talk. That one was even saying, she life ni don't. She didn't agree. She said no, àwọn máa drag wọn ni. Only, there will always be one rebellious one tó burú tó dẹ̀ gbóyà. Ó ti ní wọn yẹn sínú pé nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa. So and if it is true, those things are true, it's not fair. Ẹ jẹ́ a máa sọ síbi tó wà. Kò dáa. But we don't know. Mo ti bá àwọn àgbà ṣeré gan tí máa ń bá wọn. If you are the type that love old people story, do you do that with old people where you say, do you know that sometimes when you see people on the road suffering, some of them beggars, some of them this thing, they will tell you, some of them is as a result of wickedness tí wọ́n ti ṣe. Some of them, it is their karma. Not only begging, maybe they are thrown out of the house, they are paupers, and some of them will say that they have children. Their children are not looking at them, and their children are doing well somewhere. You will hear stuff like, some it could be spiritual battle for them, that their children aren't taking care of them. It's spiritual battle for them. They need to seek the face of the Lord. But while some, you will hear stuff like, is what they did. Karma wọn, Ọlọ́run fi ń jẹ ìyà tó ń jẹ wọ́n yìí. Some of them have done terrible things. Some of them, they spiritually, wọ́n ti ṣe oògùn tí ọmọ orogún tó ti rìn, tó ti ya wèrè sílùú Amẹ́ríkà, tó ti wọ ẹ̀wọ̀n for no just reason. When God is dealing with some people, you better don't. God says, for I'm a God of vengeance. Nǹkan tó wọn lóhun jẹ gangan nìyẹn. God gets angry if you choose to, fight your battle. He said, I am a God of vengeance. Clear way. Leave it to me. I will fight your battle. A lie. Àwọn àgbàlagbà, when they will say, it's not everybody that you see that things go wrong for. It's some people, it's karma. What they have done. What they have done to people. It will all boomerang later. Ayé wọn wá rí báṣabáṣa. Yes, it's not everybody that thing goes sour, turn sour for, that is from, as in, that is good. Some people, it's their karma. And you cannot interfere with karma. You can't. If you try it to interfere with karma, that means you are contending with God. God will deal with you. Do you know what I mean? Do you know if God is dealing with somebody and you see the person becomes homeless and you put that person in your house, next day you will lose your job. Next day you have not heard that you have entered motto. God, Father, Lord, tí mo ṣe ń lọ lẹ́nìí, nǹkan tí mo ń lọ wá jẹ ni o. Má jẹ́ n bá olórí burúkú wọ mọ́tò, má jẹ́ n dẹ́ wèrè wọ mọ́tò, má jẹ́ because you have to be praying that some people that God is dealing with, you can't go and have any business with them or enter car with them. You will just see bad luck, or maybe you go and just use your money to help such person and say, oh yeah, come, let me carry you to my pastor. You yourself, as you are getting to your work, your guy will sack you. You have to discern the spirit. They said when God is dealing with people, you need to be careful. You can't interrupt God, because God is big God she lovely to us as he loves us rich, and is also a consuming fire. So I know about the God that me I serve. I don't know about the one you serve. Oh. So, and if you are an atheist, there's what we call karma. All these things happen. Take it or you leave it. You will sow it, you must reap it. How it will happen, you never. Is it the first time people will come out to beg for help, money, support? No. Moyegba. On that program podcast, do you know how many people have spilled many things there? Same that place, the Meji was there with CS now. To sunkún that people are making jest of mobbing pé kò ì lóyún. Omi já, not even people, àwọn fans ọ̀ràn òṣì yẹn. Omi dẹ̀ yọ lójú ẹ̀ báyìí. Nobody came out to say anything against him now. Same that podcast, Itele said he was once a shoemaker, be one thing. He said this, how from the humble background he came from. Nobody came out to say anything now. Do you understand? So we have to be careful. Many people go to that Biola. Many of them. Well, one girl again, she was there. Which day was it? All these actresses are not there. That one to talk about having a child outside wedlock, what she went through, how she suffered. Is it Kudirat Alagbo or something? And she suffered. Nobody came out to say anything. So it's not interview gone wrong. It's either she would, only God knows why she said that, what she said, because to be sincere, networking you. Let me take it away from there. The network on this thing is acting up. I don't know what is wrong. The network is acting up. It's acting up. I don't know what's wrong. The network is acting up. Oh. I don't know what's wrong. Are we back? Can you please tap? Maybe it's not network. I don't know. Can you just kindly tap? Okay, choose platform. Oh, hey Tolu, how are you, baby? How is Ghana? Me they Ghana yẹn rí o. How is the place? I learned Ghana is Latif was on Chud not be okay. Thank you for the correction. I saw it, but I thought it was Biola's podcast. How is Ghana? How is Ghana? I learned that country is very beautiful, very clean. Ghana people. Hey, are you people here? Let me gossip about you. Those Ghana people, me, I don't understand though. Have you seen them doing burial before? Why do they do that thing, no? They show it on Facebook now. You will just see the person. Maybe the person is a cowboy before he buy. They will just sit the person. Maybe they will embalm the person. Then they will sit the person like this. They will wear cowboy for the person. They will wear shoe for the person. They will wear chain. They will make up the person. They will put hat. If it's woman, they will hairdresser. They will put saloon. Put her under hair dryer. You people won't still allow the person to rest. Ghana people, that's one thing that I notice. So when people buy in Ghana, the stress they put them through, Koyemi, they will not sit with the person like this. I have seen up to 10 different ones. One, they put the person inside the casket like this. They open it like this, and the person sat down like this and wore their kente. How do you people money? How do you break the person? Because when people buy, ṣe máa ń sáré gbé wọn jókòó ni. One woman like that, I don't know if during her lifetime, I don't know if she was a disco dancer. They stood her like this. They wore her mini skirt, everything. I can't even share it. I've seen many on the social media. What is the meaning of that? This whole thing just started about 2 years ago. I've noticed this thing about Ghana people. It's a new style of burying people now. What is the meaning of that? It will cost a lot of money, oh. Because person we don't buy. Why do you people stress them that much? They will, and you know, at first, you won't even know the person is spy though. It's later you will notice that the people by his or her side, they are moving hand, moving eyes. But kú gangan wà ńbẹ̀. Ó lè jókòó báyìí, ó lè ṣe báyìí, ó lè ṣe kó cross ẹsẹ̀, or the person will stand. Ah, it's scary, oh, balloons. Ah, Ghana people, why? I hope it's not what you went for, because I know you went for a conference. What is the meaning of that thing? Ejo, enlighten me. I'm asking for myself, not for a sister or a brother. I wish I have a Ghana friend. Oh, that Ghana man that worked for me that time. It's late. Otiku, Prince. Otiku. The guy that worked in my shop, Ghana man. When they told me, Oma to me, oh, he calls me, Madam, Madam, Madam. Ah, and it's a woman that broke his heart, oh. Òyìnbó Filipino ni o ló break heart ẹ ni mo gbọ́ ó ní bó ṣe develop o. Oh, he couldn't believe it. It shocked him. I was told ẹni tó gist mi gan Filipino ni. They all used to come to my shop then to buy stuff because of him, because he was married to a Filipino. Mi ì mọ̀ pé Filipino máa ń ṣíyàn àlè o pẹ̀lú di wọn pẹlẹbẹ fèsì wọn pẹlẹbẹ yẹn. Who they love Prince? She really loved Prince. Oh, mama sọ lọ́kàn máa ní Prince máa jẹ mùlà títí ó máa fi kú ni. Pé she was working as a carer. Prince is a Ghana guy. And when he was working with me, he told me his own father was as old as 90 and he still used to go to farm. He was working for me then. I was his employer. His own father was going to, he would tell me, madam, my father is still going to farm. Oh. Very strong. Prince can lift this house. Ó lè gbé sókè báyìí. Tá bá ti ní delivery báyìí, òun ló máa ń gbà. Ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ yìí, mo mọ̀ pé àṣé is very tender in the heart. When the Filipino gisted me, pé ṣé mo gbọ́ pé Prince ti kú? Mo ní, Prince, ó kú kẹ̀? Níbo? Nígbà wo? Just last month ni mo ṣe gbọ́. Ó ní Prince ti kú, Fino ìsàbí fi wetin ni ọmọ yẹn jẹ́. Ó lè lo lipstick kú báyìí. Ojoojúmọ́ ló máa fi lipstick sẹ́nu báyìí ni. Àṣé owó ni ó lọ mú ṣẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, ó lọ ń gbéṣẹ́ gba ẹ̀yìn Prince. And Prince found out. And you know, ó máa ń lóyún. That time, she used to conceive, but miscarriage. Prince Amani, madam, it has come down again. Prince wanted her to have child because she was working. And if she's working like this, owó máa lọ sí Ghana, wọ́n kọ́lé ní Ghana. And that I used to even say to myself, Prince, èmi tí mo jẹ́ ọ̀gá mi ò ìkọ́lé. Prince ń kọ́lé. I needed to face reality pé the wife is Filipino, woman yẹn ó pọ̀mpù owó sí ilé yẹn. Prince wá tún fi hàn mí bóun ṣe ń kan mansion, èmi tí mo ní business mi ìkọ́lé. But I understood that lady, she was working and she was supporting Prince. So I said, Prince máa gbádùn kú ni. she didn't give birth. Àwọn ọmọ prince ló máa jogún kínní yẹn, because he already had children too before he traveled to the Philippines. In fact, the daughter had, she was already married when he was working with me. Ó ti bímọ, ó marry, ó bímọ. They were even planning to bring that baby here. Àṣefin no ma disappoint the prince. Maybe if he was still working, I still own that shop. Torí ìgbà tí mo ní mi ò ṣe shop mọ́, prince wa máa lọ. Wá ṣe ń bò mí. He then relocated to London. Ibi tí Fino yìí ti lọ disappoint. That's where he went to break heart the prince. They said he had stroke. He had stroke. Prince died at the age of 60 something. Kò tiẹ̀ pé bóyá 62 or 60. The prince kú. Some of you women are very wicked, which will take me. Have you watched it? Finding Me? We'll do it tomorrow. Have you watched Finding Me? Please, if you have watched Finding Me, have you watched it? Some of us, some men, some women, especially women, they are going through hell. If you watch that Finding Me, many women can relate. I was crying. I was angry. I felt like slapping Funke, who happens to be Tinuke in that movie. I laughed. The only thing that made me laugh is Ogabelo's son, Femi, who happens to be Dotun. Ó mà funny o, Dotun. Did I tell you people, when I was critiquing this movie, that ó máa gba gbogbo àwọn 11 wọ́n nominate ẹ̀ fún 11 award. 11 award, AMVC, àbí kí lorúkọ àwọn kíní wọn yẹn. They have nominated 7 doors for 11 awards. I said it when I was critiquing it. I said, mo ti critique o àwọn movies yìí o. 7 doors kò lọ́gà. I said it. I said, I am so sure. I was no fúnra mi confident. I said, if he not pack all the award, make una, this my nose where I cherish very much. Monique wá bá mi fọwọ́ ganu sí. When I saw it that Femi shared it, that 11, yes, watch it today, Yeye. Tolu. 11 movie nominated for. I cried towards the end. Was so angry. I was mo fẹ́ fọ́ etí Funke ni, Tinuke ń bí mi nínú ni. But that is what they call intriguing, suspicion. I was full of suspense. It was full of suspense. It was wow. If I start talking about it now, I have to tomorrow. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lọ máa continue. The only thing is that the people that made Tinuke up, really, when they say your husband is stock exchange and you are stockfish, ẹsẹ̀ ẹran brokotọ̀, Tinuke òun ni typical example of women that their husband will be dealing in stock exchange, knowing what's up on the computer, and their wife will continue to put beret on the head, and they will be going to know the price of tatashe in the market. Tinuke is a typical example. Even with her education, how educated she was, she fell flat for look. Sherry, that boy called Kola Phillips, the boy really tried. He's a very wicked man. He's a narcissist. And many men are like that. He's a narcissist. People that don't know what they call narcissism, go and watch that movie. Gbogbo narcissist, anybody will narcissist, now go they call them narcissist. Go and watch who narcissist. That is him. Kola Philip is a typical example. Dele Odule, Twale, he gave it his. He tried. He really tried. He really acted as a bush man, an illiterate, but a billionaire. Forget Shafi Bello. God, the first time I will agree that I watch a movie, you know, sometimes people will say, you and Shafi Bello, you look alike. I always, Jora, but I agree now. Shafi, eh? Ah, no, that lady is class. So demure, so classy. Even as a billionaire's wife, she really gave it her best shot. The funniest person in that movie is Bello, Femi Bello. Adebayo is the funniest. Is the funniest. Along. Oh, funny, David. It's too funny. It's too funny. The movie is about women that are mumus. Ah, open the microwave. Oh, he opened the oven. Oh, yay! Ó ti jóná o. What I put in the oven is burnt. Ó ti jóná. Ah. Oh God, I put sausage in the oven. Ah, I'm supposed to show you people. Ah, mo dẹ̀ fi sausage pack méjì. Ó ti gan. How can I waste 2 sausages? I made those sausages so that it can be used for waste the sausage. I forgot. I put it in the oven. 2 packs. That is 16 plus 16. Isn't it that 32? 32. But I just remembered now. Oh God. Sometimes I feel like slapping myself. Eh? How could I have forgotten that I put sausage in the oven? Eh? Anyway, the thing about that movie that I want you all to go and watch, so when we are talking about it, you'll be able to, you probably will not relate it if you are not, but you will know people going through it, or you would probably, you've gone through it, because I know that some people have gone through things like that. Anthony's part, that girl they were even a mother, mothers that will be conspiring with their daughters to scam, dupe their boyfriend. And it happens. Yeah, I forgot, Tolu. And it happens. Anthony, the case is a case of a married woman whom the husband, she comes from a rich home. I've forgotten that Odule's surname in the movie. Is a code name. If you mention the name, please can you type the name? The name of the movie Folake is Finding Me. You can only watch it on Amazon Prime. Or maybe somewhere else, I don't know, but it's on Amazon Prime. It's about Dele Odule is the billionaire in the movie, but he's an illiterate. His higher is Dotun, who happens to be Femi Adebayo. But he go law school. He went to Polytechnic and he speaks bad English. The father is not proud of him at all. But Tinuke, she's hardworking, she's well read. Olówó kọ̀rọ̀ kéré àbí nǹkankan, olówó kékeré kú àbí nǹkankan. If I see you type the surname, I'll be proud of you. So, okay, Can you take that? So, olówó kọ̀rọ̀kúrú, olówó something, olówó kurukere àbí olówó kọ̀rọ̀kúrú. Anyway, olówó kéré, olówó kò kéré àbí kankan. So now the movie, I don't want to start, and I don't want to start now. At the end of the day, I will have to stop. I won't end it. I want to use like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to critique the movie, to say my mind about it. The way we do it, I started with some other things. So can we do it tomorrow? Let's do this tomorrow, please. Let's do this tomorrow. Maybe between now and that tomorrow, you would have gone to also watch it, so that when I'm talking about it, you will cry. You will be angry. Those things I can't take it. Èmi ò ní parọ́. I can't take it. Wàláì, bí mo ṣe love ọkọ mi tó bá ṣe yẹn pẹ̀lú mi, èmi ò ṣe mọ́ o. Everybody pack it. I can't take it. Ó pọ̀ o. I can't take it. Mi ò lè parọ́ o. Ó pọ̀ o. Even me that I'm a woman. What's the name of her best friend? Charity. Tinuke's best friend, Charity. The girlfriend ọmọ burúkú side chick ńkọ́. No, fíìmù yẹn dùn. True life, mo ti fẹ́ fi tèmi kún, mo ti fẹ́ ní true life story. What I mean is, things like this happen. It happens. It's something that as you're watching it, you just be thinking it's happening to your neighbor, because it's something that happens. And it's happening to people. Some people are experiencing it as it is, gogon. Sarah ni ọmọ burúkú side chick yẹn. Sister Shade. Hey. No, èmi ò lè gbà o. And the truth is that some women take it. They take it. Some people. Did you see that actress? What's this veteran that said in one of her, that said that her husband used to chase her from the bed, bring side chick. Ìyá Ereko. That her husband used to chase her from the bed to stay on the floor, and he will do what he wants to do with anybody, that he will bring girls home. True life story. Go and believe. Some people come out to say all these things about themselves now. He gets me. I will be. Marty Kumbai. Depression can also make people be like this. And can kill somebody. Kilo tún kù. No. Why? Because of what? Then the bullying, everything, and you can imagine the sense of wanting to get something off her, and will tell her he didn't knock her for years, abi months. He didn't knock her for a year, 11 months. Kò fọwọ́ kàn. He didn't knock her for months. He didn't. He will complain about the stomach. He will say that ó ti tóbi jù. He will compare about this. He will compare about that. Okay, Sarah na bestie. Rebecca na the side chick. Okay. Is it Sarah? Mi ò mọ bí tí mo ti rí Charity. Ibo mo wá ti gbọ́ Charity. Mo dé nìyẹn. Sarah, that she's a known actress. And I love one thing about Funke is that she cute Abiola. Even though cute Abiola, you still have to come and tell us if Omo Boti seduce you or not. Torí Omo Buruku ni cute Abiola yẹn. But mo like acting. You still have to come and tell us. You this cute Abiola, you are on our black book here. You went to lie on Omo Boti that she seduced you. Ṣé ti wá rí pé Ọlọ́run ti fún Omo Boti lọ́kọ báyìí. Èèyàn burúkú ni ẹ́ now. You went to talk bad about Omo Boti. You and your wife now went to block that lady. You understand? Cute Abiola too tried though, but I find out that he finds he tries, but I would have preferred they use Kamo there nítorí ìwà Cute Abiola dẹ̀ ni, although Cute Abiola is a fine cute boy, to be sincere, is a fine cute boy, but I'm beginning to like Kamo too. Kamo náà act ju Cute Abiola kó lọ jókòó bí kan nǹkan tí Cute Abiola ṣe fún ọmọ bọ̀tí bad gan na ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti fún lé ọkọ. Ṣé o ti rí ọkọ ọmọ bọ̀tí kó fine jù ẹ lọ? Cute Abiola ìbàjẹ́ ènìyàn kò dáṣẹ́ olúwa dúró o. ẹ fẹ́ bà ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ ni. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti fún lọ́kọ, ọkọ gidi ló tún fún ìwọ. ṣé wọ́n ní ìwọ jẹ́ citizen America, ọkọ ẹ̀sà American citizen, ìwọ fake Abiola yìí. Although I like him, but ìwà tó wù sí bèbí yẹn wrong. Let me leave it till tomorrow, we'll continue, okay? ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ. Sausage mi tó jóná yẹn ó ń dùn mí. Ó ń dùn mí ó waste dànù ni. Me too, I was looking at him with side eye while watching the movie. Is this Cute Abiola? Don't mind him. Ó ṣèkà fún obìnrin kò dẹ̀ jáde debunk ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. He's a bad boy. Eleke puff. I just shall pray that they Kamo. They should have put Kamo jare. Kamo, they should have put Kamo. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. We need to talk. We'll just talk about it. We'll talk. We'll narrate the story. We'll see how it goes. Some of us are going through stuff like that, you know. And you see, I notice our women, they are mainly talking about Tinuke. Nobody is saying Anthony, what women do to men too. They are feminists in Igwa. People, many people now, nobody is pitying Anthony. Meanwhile, Anthony too suffered. Nobody is pitying Anthony. And you see, the question I will still ask people is, can that lead us to extramarital affair? So we'll continue tomorrow. You know, she had to have an extramarital affair because of what she was going to. Can it lead us to it? What is my opinion? What do I think? If I am in that situation, can I do it? I will tell you people tomorrow. See us tomorrow. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Bye, YouTubers. Love you. Good night. Good night, Abola, Dale. Love you. What is the title of the movie, Yeye? Mr. Miwa, the title of the movie is Finding Me. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. Amazon. Sister Shade done the answer. Wait, now it's tomorrow. Sister Shade, Emma ní sùúrù. Sister Folashade, your stuff will be going out tomorrow, okay? Sister Folashade Folari, I mean. Good night, Sister Shandy. Wait until tomorrow. Abola Dale, we love you too, ma. I love you, darling. Good night, bliss. Balloon bliss. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night, YouTubers. Love you. Love you. Good night. Good night.